Hi there, Carl Baker again. Video number 3 in our series discussing business lines of credit, accessing funding for working capital for running your business. Thank you for sticking with us on this, and I hope this will answer a lot of your questions after you look at these videos. If you think this is something you might be interested in, just make sure you reach out to us. So we've talked in videos number 1 and 2 about the concept of working capital funding, what are the right strategies and approaches, what are the options, and why we think lines of credit and working capital are the most cost-effective and efficient way to access the capital that you need to run a business in an unsecured fashion, in a way that is going to protect your personal credit. So those are the things we've talked about. So how do we, instead of throwing stuff up on the wall like we talked about in the last video, how do we approach this differently? Well, we're going to get an understanding of your qualifications. We're going to do a soft credit pull. That soft credit pull will then give us, along with some other information, will give us the information we need to evaluate what we think you're going to qualify for right now. Then we will establish a strategy for funding in which we will apply a series of steps in chronological order that will articulate a working plan for helping you access funding. In some cases, it's a one and done service. In many cases, it is a 1-year service in which we will help you qualify for, and this is what's described here, will help you qualify for funding that you qualify for now, will then help you qualify for more funding over the course of time. And then once you build that new eligibility, will help you obtain the funding that you're newly eligible for. So that is the gist of our strategy. This is an important concept before we move on. We talked earlier about why you might not get as much if you walk in the front door of a bank. It is a truth that banks offer our company, our service provider. Actually, we work with a lending partner, but they have obtained arrangements with certain banks to offer better deals to a pool of clients that are going in what I call the back door with banks. And there are all kinds of aspects to underwriting that are just not known to the general public. And I bring that up to say that we have a proven path to help people access more working capital than what they've been able to qualify on their own. So what are some of the terms and features of the capital being accessed? So we talked about it in the second video, but again, it's important to understand 0% money, cost of money for a year. Then the banks will fight to keep you as a borrower by offering incentives in the future. And then it's important to understand, as your business grows, you might actually qualify for other lines of credit. I've had clients do this. These lines of credit include checkbook lines of credit at commercial rate terms that are not credit card terms. And in the right situation, once you have a business that is scaling and you have followed the criteria that we've talked about earlier, strong personal credit, etc., revenues, etc., stabilized business, there are options as you grow. So it's just important to understand that this working capital series that I'm talking about is really to help a business get started, a small business, etc. And that's just important to understand that there are building blocks to accessing working capital. Then it's important to understand, and we sort of talked about that, building quality business credit will strengthen your borrower's positioning for future access to capital. And that we go back to that, and I'll finish with the credit building mountain. We're always building credit, and we're always looking to improve our credit position. And our service will do that over the course of a year. Right now, this service costs $3,950. If we need to work on your credit, it might cost a little bit more, but we'd be happy to help you if you want to reach out to us.